Okay, and welcome to the World of Darkness. This is a scene for the Changeling venue. All right. Valerius has spent some time working under Duke Larry's. He is he is the Duke. I can't control myself at all.
It's
He
fun.
is the Duke of the Duchy of Sales, and this is in the Dreaming of Rhode Island. His favorite freehold is Sea Spray, but there's two other freeholds, not as important to trading, and they fall under Baroness Matilda. Unusual that she's a commoner with such a high rank, but it's because she married into it. And Baron Leon, who comes from a proud Fiona bloodline. Both of them have claim to this island that seems to be inhabited by spiders that produce spider silk. They both want it because it's going to be a boon for their individual freehold. Duke Larry's tasked Valerius with figuring out how to solve this problem. And we're going to see how it goes over tonight. So, we open the scene with you arriving at Sea Spray. Looks a bit like that. Perpetual night this place is, dimly lit by lanterns and street lamps. And, yeah, we'll open our scene here. What are you doing?
Valerius is nervous. He's given a lot of time and thought to this, and he's gone over it a few times in his head. He's spoken with a few people to get their opinions, and as ironically enough, most people said they actually had no idea how that they would solve this. The most notable exception being just give it to who you think is the right person. And Valerius had to insistently say that no, I can't do that. I need to distance myself and not be emotionally attached to them in order to give a right and just ruling on what should be done.
All
And
right.
Valerius is there and he has an idea. Let's see if it works.
Okay. Okay. You are going to actually, do you have anybody with you or are you going alone?
Valerius is going along.
Okay. So you're going to go through the dimly lit streets and you are going to be accosted several times asking if you have Mega Big.
If I have what?
Mega Big.
Medibug?
Mega Big
No idea what that is.
is what you will tell them, and they will look irritated and go away. They will have to find their fix elsewhere. You go into the church that you know is part. It's one of those big churches in the middle of these sort of 17th century look-alike piratey sets. Um, you know that in the bell tower part is where Duke Larry's actually has his office. But anyways, when you get there, you to the tavern part, you are greeted by Tish's boobs.
I feel like
You know them
I'm
quite well at this
yes,
point.
I feel like I'm like 15 again, like cheeky titties.
God, I can't even like look. There's like blush on them. Anyways,
Haha, titties. Uh,
oh, back again so soon?
of course, you know, always have me come back to see
Well, I always do. And she cuddles up to you a little bit.
you.
I suppose you want to go and see Larry's again,
Yes, of course.
hmm? All right, you're expected. He's got them both up there, you know.
Really? What's the mood like?
Hmm. Tell you what, my workplace is currently a lot happier than up there.
Oh, so I have my work cut out for me then. He kind of pouts at her.
Well, why don't you stop by sometime and find out?
Oh, you married man. That's what kind of gives her away.
8 months pregnant. That's awfully pregnant.
It is awfully pregnant. My wife is also insane. This is stuff.
All right, suit yourself. Anyways, come on, big boy. And she takes your hand and guides you up the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, gold, 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 jewels, 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 pearls, pearls, pearls on those staircases as you go up there. And yes, yes, you will find Duke Larry's, who, at least this time, he's not surrounded by genealogy tables. He, however, has been is looking over maybe an issue made this map. It's certainly not the work of knockers and stuff. It's not as technical, but he's looking over a map of an island. Your common sense would tell you that it's the island in question with the spiders. And he's got Baron Leon and Baroness Matilda. Um, Leon and Larry's will stand and usher you into the room. Valerius, come in, come in. Take care of my problems, won't you?
As only a good count would, as he will bow respectfully.
Well then, here's a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he sits down behind his desk, and Baron Leon sits down as well. Matilda, for her part, looks a little anxious, but slow or hard to read, what with the constant fidgetiness and hinging of things going on in their body all the time. All right then, Valerius, you've had
My
some
lord,
time to think about this.
I have.
You want to just come out and tell us your thoughts? Or is there anything else you need to ask the Baron and Baroness here?
I've mulled over this. I've spoken to a few seneschals to see their opinions and how they usually adjudicate their responsibilities and how they deal with certain issues like this. And it has been a very interesting few days. But I'll be pleased to let you know that I have come to a decision.
Oh. Well, don't keep us waiting.
Traditionally, when there have been disputes over lands and who should get what, there's always been as Valerius pauses and he stops and steadies himself. Just a second. I'll be right back. I just got called for something.
All right. Let's see. Baroness Matilda today is looking very fine. Her features are all in the correct spot on her face today. And you'll see that she even took out some of her special jewelry for this occasion. Perhaps she's trying to fit in with all these nobles.
And
Baron Leon. Oh, okay. Go on, go on.
Okay, and Valerius takes a deep breath. This is the plan that I have. Traditionally, when there have been land disputes in the past, it has often been a very hard thing to do in order to look at something objectively and not to be seen showing favoritism to one party or the other. Traditionally, the ruling party or the person who feels that they have a stake to a certain piece of land, something is done. Are you both very familiar with the subject of duels?
Oh, all right. At this, they will nod, and Baron Leon will look excited and goes, "Yes, yes, absolutely." Matilda, for her part, if she said anything, you didn't hear it. She's very soft-spoken.
Okay. However, it'll be unfitting of each of you status such as it is both being Baron and Baroness, that you two would partake in a duel of this kind because we don't want to create a public spectacle. However, both of you being Baroness of Baron and Baroness for some time, have no doubt acquired a squire and knight of two, a squire or knight of two. Thusly, you both will choose a knight to fight for your honor, and whoever wins the duel of the dragon dance is victor and will gain claim to the land.
Marriage is not allowed, Duke Larry says, looking at both of them.
Marriages are not allowed. There will be no physical, emotional, political, or anything that would hinder the other person from choosing a proper candidate.
My good Baron, my good Baroness, my lady, he inclines. I believe you have your answer. Now, please, I must discuss a few more matters with Valerius. And, Leon, a little, his brow furrows a little bit that he had to choose a second, but all right. He bows and leaves. Matilda gives a little bit of a hiss, but nonetheless curtsies, and she actually looks perhaps a little bit relieved that she didn't need to fight. Anyways, they're gone.
Mm.
And Duke Larry sits back down in his office chair. Valerius.
My lord.
Where's my report? Hold on. Yes, and he takes it out of his desk. All right, I am tempted to recommend you for the position of Count. But there's one thing I need to make clear.
Yes.
What bits of being a Baron do you not enjoy?
Truthfully speaking, sometimes I have to distance myself from my people in order to remain fair and just.
Is that all, the distance? That's it?
Sometimes I have to, as Valerius says, there are certain things socially I am of a more progressive mindset, and sometimes it's hard for me to keep that mindset without trying to offend, walking that narrow line of what is right and what is right. It's hard, but it's something that must be done. I believe it is a duty for most people to, most she undoubtedly, to take up their arms and do what needs to be done,
Well,
even if it does seem unpopular.
be blunt and tell me everything now, because I'm about to give you the speech that I wish I had gotten before I was made Count. I made Count shortly after the Accordance War. The she were all over the place. Maybe that's how I was able to make it. I'm never gonna know, but I probably took the position when I was a bit too young for it. And I'll tell you some of the stuff that I hate about being. I hated about being a Baron, actually. Well, nobody liked me. The other she, they didn't like that I was telling them what to do. They're the Dream Lords, We got a lot of pride. The fact that we're so into duels tells you a lot about that. And the commoners, no, don't even. I mean, this was right after the Accordance War. They've warmed up quite a bit since then, but still, Well, what else did I not like? I didn't like having to make decisions all the time. I thought I made quite enough when I was a knight. I had no idea how many hard decisions I would have to make when I was a baron. Managing that much land, that many people, half of which I was never going to meet. And I tried too. Tried to know them on a first name basis, but just too many. What else did I hate? Oh, God, the constant politics. You couldn't turn it off. Being a knight, yeah, you certainly could, but that's when I learned metamorphosis, actually. You would be surprised how many high-ranking she learned that art. Now, when I became a count, none of those problems went away. They actually got worse. And when I became a count, well, you know how I was bitching about how the she and commoners didn't like me before?
Hmm.
Uh-oh, when you become a count, some of them try and kill you. Even right now, you know, there's people. We shut down at least one assassination attempt to Queen Mab every month. We try and keep it out of the gossip, but, you know, you can't ever fully control it. What else do I hate? The pressure to get married, but looks like you've already done.
Yeah.
Now, when you're high ranking, every piece of tail that you catch or look at for more than 2 seconds, people are going to talk about. And this is a feudal system. When I became count, I had a whole new range of people that I had to swear fealty to. And also people underneath me, where if they fucked up, it reflected on me. And because they had sworn to me, if I let them down in any matter, well, the dreaming was only too ready to punish me, scared me to death, all those oaths. You see where I'm going here with this?
Yeah.
You become a count, and you think your life is politics now. It's great. It's a lot of power. A lot of people look up to you, and you never need to worry about glamour or a lot of other things, food, shelter, that kind of thing. Well, that won't concern you anymore, but yeah, it's kind of like being truly 3 barons. So after I've told you all this, after I've told you about the hard decisions you're going to have to make and all the pressure, are you still ready to become this?
Yes, I am. You see, my Duke, I'm not alone. I think that's one of the things I've learned, that our very natures demand that we go at this thing alone, that we never consult others or even confide in others, that our pride is just what it is. But I think that's one thing I've learned as a baron, is to when to swallow my pride and when to hold fast to it.
You've learned to swallow your pride.
A bit. It's a hard lesson. I was up for Regent. That's a hard spill to follow.
True, I haven't heard of any temper tantrums from that. But it was mentioned to me when I was being told that I got my request that you were coming here. I was told about your outburst at God, what's that old codger's name?
Baron Hendricks. Yes.
I heard about that because those commoners and those nobles and stuff, God, they like to talk. Months later, and that's still haunting you.
I know. But certain situations like that make you the person who you are.
You
I
can have a
thought,
temper, but just think, if you had hidden that, if you had made sure that people weren't going to talk about that later on, well, I never would have gotten that. And the grapevine, oh, watch out for him. He's got a temper kind of thing. Something to think on.
understood.
All right, then. Nay, come here. Give me a hug. He stands up.
Yeah, he stands up.
All right, all right. And he pulls you into a hug and pats you on the back. Oh, why don't we go down there and have a couple rounds?
All right.
All right. This is going to be announced at Parliament, and you'll be putting on the sash then. You will have to swear the oath of fealty to me, and join your lands to my freehold, or my duchy.
Right.
Excellent. All right. To the downstairs.
To the downstairs.
And they march off. And if you are okay with this, I will end the scene here.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Holy
Everybody
shit.
that watched, thank you. This has been Viscount Valerius, and I will have to change his overlay yet again to Count Valerius. Signing off.
Oh, wow.